Warmer climates and a greater movement of people and goods around the world are posing a new set of challenges for farmers. Pests and diseases are also becoming more globalized, causing 40% of all crops to be lost each year, threatening the livelihood of smallholders and also posing a great risk to global food supplies. Here in Nepal, almost all fruit and vegetable plants are susceptible to attacks by insects. And with 2/3 of its population in farming, new pests and diseases could spell disaster. What is it about Nepal's climate that makes it particularly vulnerable to these pests and invasive species?
Well, we see that globally there is definitely an impact of the climate, and Nepal is not an exception. So earlier was that not too much of a trade was happening between the countries. Now the trade is happening, so more products coming, so definitely more pests coming. And the climate here is now getting more suitable to the pests. It catches the farmers quite sudden, and they are not able to know how to cope up with it. If you see last year in 2016, the tomato crop was almost affected by 70 to 100% in some farms. So it was a huge loss to the farming community.
To help farmers lose less of what they grow, a global program called Plantwise have set up a network of regular clinics to rapidly diagnose pest problems for smallholders. I'm checking out this morning's mobile plant clinic, which seems to be already pretty buzzing. Today it's in Hamza town, just outside of Pokhara.
लगभग सुरुबाटै थियो है त्यस्तो थियो क्या तपाईको अलिकति राम्रोसँग हलक्क हुर्केको बोटमा अलि कम लागेको थियो है अलि कमजोरमा चाहिँ अलिकति बढी सफरिङ के बढी पीडित भयो के त्यो
It is aphid insect.
Oh, it's everywhere.
It is this insect seems in most of the crops. Quite common in fruits, vegetables. It is quite common insects.
So a lot of farmers are dealing with this problem.
Yeah.
How exactly does the plant clinic work?
Plant clinic is an effective program. It is an effective way of giving service to the farmer by direct observation, direct sample, seeing the sample. We recommend it to the farmer and effective precaution to the farmer.
Okay, so they bring in their samples, they show you the infected crops, and you can give them a diagnosis right away. Just like a doctor, when you go and you're not feeling well and he writes you a prescription, you're doing the same thing here. You're writing a prescription for the farmer.
I will send the message from this tablet, and the name of the disease, and the recommendation will be sent to his mobile, and it will be easier for him for the next time also.
How much would you say climate change and warming temperatures have affected outbreaks and pests in Nepal? Are you seeing more and more cases?
Yeah, we have seen many cases, and many new insects or pests has arrived. Insects develop the resistance to pesticide also.
Rajinda is a local smallholder who has discovered a larvae that has infested and damaged his tomato crop.
अलि नयाँ नयाँ दुखेको रोग हो
नै कति टाइममा चाहिँ एकदम यस्तो ध्वस्त भयो
यो त तपाईको 15-20 दिनमै धोक्यो
15-20 दिन
So the senior officer is just taking a quick look, but you can see his crops are badly infested. Oh, there's larvae.
Yes, this is the larvae stage. This is the black margin inside your head. This is the sign of Tuta Absoluta.
His entire tomato crop is damaged now.
Yes.
In just 10-15 days, it's destroyed it.
Yes, very infected plants.
Rajinda is added to the clinic's database to track the Tuta Absoluta and waits for his prescription. Tuta Absoluta started life as a larvae that eats the tomato fruit before transforming into a moth and moving to a neighboring plant, where the cycle starts again. It has recently been reported in Nepal and has spread rapidly, devastating crops. I want to find out more about this invasive species, so I'm going to meet Dr. Bajracharya, a Tuta Absoluta specialist at the Nepal Agricultural Research Council. Nice to meet you. I'm Gelareh. What are you working on over here?
Yeah, we are working on South American tomato leaf miner that is called Tuta Absoluta in our scientific name. This was the major pest from 1960 that confined to South America only. But in 2006, it was reported from first time out of the South America, that it is from Spain. Then it came to the 2010 in Iraq, and from 2014 it was reported in India.
Wow.
After that, because of the open border and lack of weak quarantine system between Nepal and India, this pest came Nepal from the imported tomato from India.
But how many years do you think it's going to take until Nepal is completely Tuta Absoluta free or has really diminished the invasion?
Actually, it's very difficult to get rid of this pest once it is introduced in Nepal. No pest can be completely eradicated. We can completely eradicate any pest, but we have to manage it. So we can live along with the Tuta Absoluta.
With farming communities locked into a globalized world, threats to crops from new invasive species are slowly becoming the norm. Plantwise now operate in 34 countries, gathering data to form a knowledge bank to track outbreaks and protect smallholders. I catch up with Rajinder at his farm. I want to see what can be done to rescue his devastated crop. Wow. So these are your tomatoes?
Yes.
They're all completely destroyed.
Yeah, completely destroy. I get money from these crops. It helps to make family.
To support your family.
Family support.
How much do you think you've lost with this infestation? How much money? Yeah.
Money, 30,000, 40%.
40%.
I had also take some photos in my mobile.
Of what it used to look like?
Yeah.
Oh,
You
can we see?
I take this photo from this greenhouse, okay?
So green and full of tomatoes.
Yes. All greens.
What a shame. Shiva Beryl, a doctor from Plantwise, has come to show Rajinder how to use this simple trap to manage his Tuta Absoluta infestation. The trap emits a pheromone that attracts the adult male moth. Soapy water is added to the basin, which the moth then falls into. By reducing the number of males, the population can be controlled without the use of pesticides. How many days until this entire area is treated and until the outbreak is gone?
1 month.
1 month.
1 month.
How many months until the coming season?
Coming just 2 months.
So in 2 months, he could be fully back in business, growing healthy tomatoes again, just from this simple device. That's great. How do you feel about that?
I'm too happy.
You're happy? Globalization is happening. The world is developing, and we can't slow that down. So you could see how an outbreak or a problem in Peru could very well be the same issue for a farmer in Nepal the very next year. And so Plantwise's network of local plant doctors and clinics, supported by an international pest and disease database, enables smallholder farmers to be more prepared in the face of new threats from climate change in an increasingly globalized world.